Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is going to be incredibly short. I was just poking around on the computer, looking up ADSB Exchange, and this is alarming. There is a lot of planes up. And not that it's uncommon, it's during the day here, but we have a lot over Europe, which is not normal ish, but not, I don't know. So, the interesting part about these is they are all, for the most part, all these ones over the center part are all 135s. So they're, oh, that was an E6, but there's a 135 there. There's a 135 there. There's a 135 there. C30, 135. Another 135. What does that mean? Well, 135, since we don't normally see fighters on the radar, 135 is the best indication that there are fighters near or around the area. So we have a 135 there. We just the entire United States is littered with 135s, which is really. I did. I posted mine, so you guys didn't have to listen to it or do it. C5. So there's a lot moving. There's a lot of C5s, a lot of C17s. These are going to be trainers. All these little guys. Super King. That might be a plane. These are T-38s, so those are trainers. But you don't even see C-130, C-130, 737. You don't even see a 135 up here, where we're seeing all these trainers. There's also some trainers up in this southwest region. Yeah, so did I. But there are a lot of tankers up, which means a lot of fighters are up. That's a 130 or a T-38. And this is normal, all these little trainers. So that's nothing to be concerned with. But there are a lot of aircraft up. That's US Coast Guard. XXX is the call sign for that one. C-130. C5 Super Galaxy. There's another 135. Anytime you see something leaving out of this area, it's concerning, because this is where all our nuclear capables are. See, we have a 135. It's going up that way. 762 LJ2. So no AWACS, none whatsoever. What's up, Kofro? So we have 135s up everywhere. There are more 135s up than I've ever seen. And I used to do Air Force intelligence, so I've seen a lot of 135s. Pretty common. But not like this. So, just another thing to. Just trying to look at the rest of them. We still have this Aussie bird over here. This Aussie Airbus has been flying routes. I don't know if it's a training plane, but they've been flying routes at about that 20,000 feet over this Southern California region for about a week now. So we have P8s up all over. C-130s, there's a lot of things moving across the country today and for the last week. There's another 135. So it was obviously, well, did it land? Looks like I might have taken off, and then that pattern is concerning because if it did an immediate takeoff and then refueled a B-52, because the big ugly fat fuck or the buff requires immediate in-air refueling because they're too heavy. So that's what that looks like, is takeoff and then refueling of some B-52s. If you paid attention to the program recently, that's C-17s. There's just a lot moving around. A lot moving around. $135. $135. C5s. There's just a ton up. I mean, we literally have 135s everywhere. There's that P8 flying back to its home after I told you briefly on last night's program when we were dicking around. There's been a lot of interest in this region right here over the past, hell, it's probably been 2 weeks at this point. Dolphin 2, so we're looking for something up here. There's Chinook, it's not that uncommon up there in Olympia. What's the one over Mexico? So this shows everybody's Air Force, so it could certainly be Mexican. Yeah, the Mexican military, just a little Beechcraft Super King. 7378. So a couple little planes and then troop transport. I think this is American. Yeah, this is Coast Guard. More Coast Guard. So that's leaving Guantanamo. Yeah, no AWACS at all. There's a lot of them that have these X call signs too, which is also very odd. If you see the call sign, 5 X's, and we had a 3 and a 4, so yeah, a lot of C-17s, P-8s up everywhere. I haven't seen our Doomsday planes. There's an E3. That E3's been up. So just something to look at, something to pay attention to. Rhino 10, C-17, C-17. So it looks like the coast, they're moving like hell. And then we have Stratos all over. That one's leaving. It's an American Strato that just flew across the drink there. From Spain. Let's see what else we got up here. Canadian Airbus. US C5. A Qatari C-17. I didn't even look over Britain or Eastern Europe, Western Europe, whatever. So we got a French E3. So this is the disputed area right here. This is the Black Sea. This is Ukraine. That's Kiev. That's Moscow. Russia. There's some P-8s over there. And these look like mostly, yeah, they are. We have a bunch of U.S. military aircraft over. It's a Yuki's T-17. US C-17. Whose territory is that? Bornholm? Is that Sweden's? Swedish Gulfstream. So not a ton over Europe. It looks like everything's happening over the States or returning to the States. B767. Yeti 78. Is that the plane or no? So we got a Super Herc moving things in Alaska. So that's uncommon to see that many air refuelers up. So those who don't know what a KC-135 is, it's a mobile gas tank. The whole plane is full of jet fuel. They have the capabilities to connect to the aircraft and do in-air refueling. And again, the reason why that's important is they don't show us fighters. They don't show us long-range bombers. There's a... Why is there a fighter on the... Oh, shit. I was like, that's a fighter, but it's not. I don't know where there's a fighter photo. Because that's not a C-17A Globemaster. Odd. But they don't show us fighters. They don't show us bombers like B-2s, B-52s usually. So everything's moving inbound. Everything's coming back to the States from overseas. And then it seems to be a lot is moving west to east right now. So could be. Certainly could be. Certainly could be. What's up, Sage? Well, let's see what this buildup is down here in Texas. So these are all going to be trainers. Yeah. Beechcraft Texan. So these are all just trainer aircraft. And that's at Corpus Christi. So there's a base there, training base. And this is not uncommon to see a lot of these trainers up. There's a bunch of T-38s, which are trainer jets. See, we just lost another one over Houston. You guys saw that, right? So, there's been a lot bouncing in and out too, which is always shady shit going on, in my opinion. So, okay. So this is C5 Super Galaxy. So this is a heavy lift. This is unless they have something else on this, because this doesn't make sense either, and they've been doing this a lot. Let's see if they... Let's see if the U.S. Air Force says anything. Dover, Lackland, Westover. Second 5. Oversized cargo on intercontinental range. What the fuck is all that then? That is just them flying routes over Texas, over San Antonio. Like, there's no destination with that. They're just flying low routes all the way. Like, low loops. That's not what they do. They go overseas with heavy cargo. That's their primary, secondary, and tertiary mission. See, we have another one. The left KC came down. And again, we normally see a 135 up here with the trainers for training, but there's a Coast Guard that just popped up. Leaving DC. It's just odd, guys. Like, I don't want to beat a dead horse. Maybe. Depending on what that horse did to me. But this is odd. This is odd. A lot of stuff's dropping in and out, too. which is usually some shady shit going on. We even got a fucking tanker up over Green Bay, Wisconsin. That's not normal. We have 2 tankers up over East Wisconsin. 2 tankers up over East Wisconsin. That is insanity. Ooh, we have a Blackhawk. What's he doing here in the Michigan? Oh, that's probably National Guard training. They're flying from the National Guard base. Yeah, it's just odd. So, I mean, if anybody hears anything, throw it in Discord. If anybody hears anything or sees anything odd, this is odd. There's a Canadian fighter. It's on the ground. That's what the gray denotes. It's on the ground. Chat. So if you go to filter by DB flags, so military, and then hit filter over here, it will get rid of commercial on ADSB Exchange. So, and that's just in the menu. But that's odd that they're showing us a fighter in Canada. That's not a trainer. Looks like an F-22, F-16, something like that. Just fucking weird. Look at that. There's more C-17s coming from. Now, he says he's coming from Maine, but he might have, Bangor's a good stopover for coming across. Zoom in on the flight path. Okay, give me 1 second. So, there's another 135 coming again from overseas. So. And like I said, noticeably, I'm a little heightened with all the, I always say with the Schmuckler fire. A little bit heightened with that kind of information, but this is odd even if I wasn't. So we came in, went around Milwaukee, and they won't tell us a track. They'll just tell us where they've been. This one, same exact track came in. So I would assume that the second so they're running some kind of path. So the second one will, if we sat here and watched it, 100% will just follow this first one. And all these are empties too. There's no call signs on them, which is odd. No squawks. So. To add to the weirdness, the Minuteman II were on the move in Utah over the last couple days. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah, I think shit's about to break. Personally, that's just my personal, from what I know, what I've seen, and what seems to be going on. I think we're at the most tense we've ever been, and would not be surprised if we were. So there's an E6. E6 left. That's interesting. So the E6 is the command and control. It's not technically the Doomsday plane, but it's technically the Doomsday plane. So it's command and control. Interesting part about this little square of area where it's hanging out. It'd be interesting to see where that track goes to. because it's at 35,000 feet, so it's cruising. If we start seeing this rotate around this Wyoming, Idaho, North and South Dakota region, it could be playing man in the middle, command and control for our Minuteman. Because it did a little spinning here over Nebraska. Where's this guy going? I wonder if they're using C-130s until they can get CNCs up. So they can get E6 up. Because that's the same thing that we saw down in the south. A C-130 is just like a C5. It's a heavy lift. Not usually flying around in circles like that. So I wonder if they're using those as temps for CNC until they can get the E6s in place. See, we have fighters up over that area. And this guy's following, so that's going to be flight following. Unless they're there for the E6, or the E4 could be up that way. Yeah, we have 4 tankers up in this general vicinity. Where's that one going? Okay, that's really fucking weird. Really weird. Why? There's fucking nothing here. Nothing. This is the Mackinac Bridge. This is Mackinac City, St. Ignace. This part is nothing. There is nothing up here at all. This part, there's nothing up here. Nothing at all. So why they're flying routes right there is kind of sus, man. And so this break in the lines, you can see how it's kind of fuzzy. So they're something's jamming a lot of our aircraft, and me and a friend have noticed that as we've been watching this. Something's jamming the shit out of all of our aircraft. Like, see, there's another one. There's a C-130 doing low flyovers of Lake Ontario. They're mapping Lake Ontario for what? What the hell is there? Because again, this is a heavy lift. This is not made as a recon or a surveillance or a mapping or CNC, none of that. This is made to take big, heavy things and look at it. Just flew a grid pattern across the entire body of water of Lake Ontario. Be interesting to see if we get other ones for Erie, St. Clair, Huron, Michigan, and Superior. That's Canadian, so because this is those unfamiliar. This is St. Lawrence Seaway, so it's pretty. You're able. I mean, theoretically, a sub could potentially get through here. I mean, it would be tough because there would be you have a set of locks and shit like that, but I'm sure they could make it happen under cover of some other ship or something. So just odd. All right, I gotta get some shit done. I thought I'd share that guy with you guys because I saw it. China.
Don't trust China. China is asshole.
I appreciate it. Hope it gets better. Those always suck. So sorry, I haven't been paying attention to chat as much. If Doomsday Plan starts heading east, then it's definitely time. Yeah. Well, Fast, we were just talking about the fact that there's so many so there seems to be a mass exodus from Europe. Everybody's coming home. And all of these aircraft, all of them, everything, except for that one, that's our E6. All of these are either C-130s or they are air refuelers. There are so many Stratotankers up, so many KC-135s up across the nation. I've never seen so many up all over. I mean, these are all tankers. All these bluish ones, they're all tankers. And they've all been flying all day. They're East Coast, West Coast, Central. There's even some over Michigan, Wisconsin. A bunch over the Atlantic out here. Just odd. So the alert just went off on the hail catcher on the law enforcement scanner is just drill. Huh. I don't know. That's what we're trying to figure out. But all right, for real. I'm out of here. If anything else happens, I'll let you guys know. I'll be looking into it. Shoot me a message, throw me something in Discord if you guys hear anything, and we'll try and figure it out. It's just odd, not for fear or anything like that. It's just an odd thing for a random Wednesday morning. So, Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning. Shit, I don't even know what day it is anymore. It's a Wednesday morning. So, all right, y'all. Take care. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon.